Today we're taking a look at these college football matches, which are happening on Monday, January 2nd, 2023, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our games for today, make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Cincinnati Bengals vs Buffalo Bills. After losing a thrilling OT game to the Chiefs in last season's divisional round, the Buffalo Bills have been anointed by many to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl and perhaps finally end the hex and bring a championship to Buffalo. After winning 6 of their first 7 games, which included wins over a then-healthy Rams team and road wins over the Ravens and Chiefs, hopes grew stronger. A 2-game losing streak followed, but the Bills continued back on their winning ways and are in position to make sure the road to the Super Bowl goes through Buffalo. In their last game, the Bills started slow in Chicago and trailed the Bears 10-6 at the half. In the second half, however, the Bills' offense got going and they outscored the Bears 29-3 to run away with a 35-13 win. Josh Allen wasn't at his sharpest but did complete 15 of 26 for 172 yards and 2 scores. Allen did throw 2 interceptions in the game. The Bills' running game was the story in this one, however. The Bills' backs and Allen combined to gain 254 yards on 31 carries. Devin Singletary ran for 106 yards and a touchdown, James Cook rushed for 99 yards and a score, and Allen added 41 yards and a score as well. Buffalo's defense held Chicago to 211 total yards and just 11 first downs. Don't look now, but the Cincinnati Bengals are once again back in the conversation as the best team in the AFC. After losing their first 2 games of the season and losing star wideout Ja'Marr Chase for several weeks and starting running back for a few weeks as well, the Bengals have now reeled off 7 straight wins and 9 out of their last 10. Included in that run was a critical win over the Chiefs to give the Bengals another key tiebreaker should they end up with the same record as the Chiefs. Along the way, Joe Cool quarterback Joe Burrow has put together an MVP caliber season. Through the season's first 7 games, Josh Allen looked like a shoo-in for the MVP as he passed and ran the Bills to the top of the AFC. In his last 7 games, however, all of Allen's numbers are down. Over that stretch, his completion percentage is down to 62.6% and he is only averaging 232 yards per game and 6.8 yards a throw. He's also thrown 5 picks in his last 7 games. Meanwhile, Joe Burrow has completed 69% of his throws in his last 7 games for 17 touchdowns and 8.1 yards a throw. Suddenly, Burrow has moved into the MVP discussion and looks to be the more confident quarterback. The Bengals haven't lost at home since their season opener to the Steelers. The Bengals have done an excellent job against the run this season, so don't expect the Bills to put up the rushing numbers they did against Chicago. The Bengals' ability to generate pressure, particularly of late, will be critical. The Bengals are just 29th in the NFL in sacks per game, but have averaged almost double their season average in sacks over the last 3 weeks. The Bengals' trio of receivers will do damage, and another week of recovery will help Mixon to be a factor in this one as well. Keep in mind that the Bills are just 7-7-1 Austrian shillings this season, while the Bengals are 12-3 ATS and 9-1 in their last 10 ATS. The Bengals, despite their Super Bowl appearance last year, have been the forgotten team in the AFC this year. They will be forgotten no more. Our team pick is to take Cincinnati plus 1.5 points. The Buffalo Bills are scoring an average of 28.0 points per game, which is 4th best in the NFL. Buffalo is averaging 402.3 yards of total offense, was the 2nd best, including 142.8 yards rushing, which is 7th, and 259.5 yards passing, which is also 7th. Buffalo is careless with the ball, committing 24 turnovers, which is 30th in the NFL. Quarterback Jake Allen has 29 yards passing with 32 touchdowns and 13 interceptions and has been sacked 31 times. Devin Singletary has a team-high 790 yards rushing with 5 touchdowns and Allen and 746 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns. Stephen Diggs is far and away the leading receiver with 1325 yards and 10 touchdowns catches. The Cincinnati Bengals are allowing an average of 20.4 points per game, which is 9th best in the NFL. Cincinnati allows a total of 332.3 yards per game, which is 14th, and the weak link for the Bengals on defense is against the pass, allowing 225.9 yards per game, which is 21st, while the defense against the run is allowing an average of 106.4 yards per game, which is 7th best. Cincinnati must be careful against Buffalo's Jake Allen, who can pick apart any secondary, especially one that is weak. The leading tackler for Cincinnati is linebacker Logan Wilson with 115, while linebacker Jermaine Pratt has 95 tackles. The leader in quarterback sacks with 6.5 is Sam Hubbard, while the leader in interceptions with 4 is Von Bell. Buffalo is allowing an average of only 17.5 points per game, which is 2nd in the NFL. The Bills are allowing an average of 317.7 yards per game, which is 7th best, including 104.4 yards per game rushing, which is 4th, and 213.3 yards per game passing, which is 15th. The Buffalo defense is led by linebacker Tremaine Edmonds with a team-best 95 tackles, while linebacker Matt Milano and safety Damar Hamlin each have 91 tackles. The leader in quarterback sacks is Greg Rousseau with 7.0, and the leader in interceptions is Jordan Poyer with 4. Cincinnati is scoring an average of 26.1 points per game, which is 6th best in the NFL. The Bengals are averaging 367.4 yards of total offense, which is 7th. Cincinnati averages 98.2 yards rushing, which is 26th, and 269.2 yards passing, which is 5th best. Quarterback Joe Burrow has passed for 4,260 yards, with 34 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Burrow has been sacked 39 times. Joe Mixon is the leading rusher with 787 yards and 6 touchdowns. T. Higgins is the leading receiver with 1,022 yards and 7 touchdowns, while Ja'Marr Chase has 960 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns, even though Chase missed 4 games. Buffalo is allowing the 2nd fewest points in the NFL, and the total has finished under in 7 of the last 8 games that Buffalo has played on the road, and in 9 the last 13 games overall for the Bills. The total has finished under in 4 of Cincinnati's last 5 overall, and in 6 of the last 8 games that the Bengals have played at home. Our total pick is to take the under, 49.5 points.